What's up, Cowboys Nation? Welcome back to the channel. If you've been keeping up with the latest news and rumors surrounding America's team, you're in for a wild ride today. Trust me, this is one of the most shocking updates we've had in a while, and we're going to break it all down. But before we dive in, do me a favor, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you're not already part of the family, and turn on those notifications, because you won't want to miss any updates on this crazy story. So, here's the bombshell, the one that's going to have everyone talking. Bill Belichick, yes, you heard that right, the legendary head coach of the New England Patriots, is rumored to be in talks to become the next head coach of the Dallas Cowboys. Can you believe it? The man who's been synonymous with the Patriots dynasty, the mastermind behind 6 Super Bowl victories, could be coming to take over the Cowboys. And the most mind-blowing part of it all? He might be stepping in to replace Brian Schottenheimer as the head coach. Yeah, you heard that correctly. We're talking about Bill Belichick, as in the Bill Belichick, potentially signing with the Cowboys. I know it sounds wild, but stick with me, because we're about to break down how this all came to be, what it could mean for the team, and why the Cowboys might actually be making a move like this. Now, to understand how we got here, we need to take a step back and look at the Cowboys' current situation. For the past few years, the team has been in a bit of a holding pattern. The Cowboys are a team with a ton of talent: Dak Prescott, Micah Parsons, Trevon Diggs, Ezekiel Elliott, guys who can make plays and put up big numbers. But there's always been that question, why hasn't this team been able to take that next step, especially when they've had a roster that's capable of competing for championships? The answer, unfortunately, often boils down to coaching. And while Mike McCarthy was brought in with hopes of leading the team to the Super Bowl, things haven't quite panned out as expected. The Cowboys have made some impressive regular season runs, but when it comes to postseason success, they've been hit or miss. It's been frustrating for the fans, the players, and most importantly, for Jerry Jones, who expects nothing less than championships. Fast forward to the offseason, and the team made some major changes, including letting go of offensive coordinator Kellen Moore and bringing in Brian Schottenheimer to take over. Schottenheimer has been around the NFL for years and has worked with some top offenses, but unfortunately, his stint with the Cowboys hasn't been all that successful. Despite the talent on offense, the Cowboys have struggled to get consistent production, particularly in high-stakes games. This has led to speculation that Schottenheimer's tenure could be short-lived, especially considering that Jerry Jones is known for being extremely proactive when it comes to making bold moves, especially when things aren't going according to plan. So, with Schottenheimer's future in question and the Cowboys still in search of that elusive postseason success, the whispers started. Could Bill Belichick, the man who has dominated the NFL for over 2 decades, be the answer? It's easy to dismiss the idea of Bill Belichick coming to Dallas at first. After all, this is a man who has spent his entire career with the New England Patriots, building a legacy and a dynasty. Belichick's relationship with the Patriots is legendary, and he's the head coach who has been at the helm for nearly all of their Super Bowl titles. So, why would he leave New England for a team that's had its own share of struggles? Well, that's the question we're all asking, and it seems there could be more to the story than just simple speculation. Sources close to the Cowboys have reportedly said that the team has quietly made overtures to Belichick's camp, gauging his interest in potentially taking over the reins in Dallas. And let's be real, if Jerry Jones is interested in you, it's hard to say no. This is a man who has spent decades trying to build the perfect franchise, and if anyone can appreciate a coach who knows how to win championships, it's Jerry Jones. So, let's talk about why this would make sense for Belichick. First of all, the Patriots are clearly entering a rebuilding phase. After Tom Brady left for Tampa Bay, the Patriots have struggled to regain their former dominance. While Belichick's genius is undeniable, even he's been unable to make up for the loss of the greatest quarterback of all time. New England is in a transitional period, and Belichick could be looking for a fresh start. The Cowboys, on the other hand, have a roster that's loaded with talent: Dak Prescott at quarterback, Micah Parsons anchoring the defense, a solid offensive line, and more. They're a team that's on the cusp of greatness, but they need a head coach who can bring all of it together and make the most of their potential. Enter Bill Belichick, a coach who has proven time and again that he can take whatever players he's given and turn them into winners. Imagine what Belichick could do with a roster that's already loaded with talent. It's an intriguing proposition, and it's easy to see why this rumor has so much traction. Let's talk about the impact of a Belichick-led Cowboys team. If he were to come in and take over, you can bet things would change drastically. For one, the Cowboys would be a team that's not only competitive in the regular season but a true threat in the postseason. Belichick's attention to detail, his ability to exploit opponents' weaknesses, and his mastery of in-game adjustments would take the Cowboys to another level. For Dak Prescott, this would be a game-changer. Dak has shown flashes of brilliance, but he's also had his fair share of struggles in the playoffs. Under Belichick's tutelage, Dak could become the quarterback we've all hoped he would be, one who can handle the pressure of big games, read defenses like a book, and elevate his game when it matters most. And let's not forget about the defense. Micah Parsons is already one of the best defensive players in the league, but under Belichick's defensive mind, he could become a dominant force, wreaking havoc on opposing quarterbacks week in and week out. Belichick's ability to adapt and tailor his defensive game plan based on the opponent is something that could elevate this Cowboys defense into one of the most feared in the NFL. Now, let's circle back to Brian Schottenheimer. If Belichick were to come to Dallas, Schottenheimer's days with the team would likely be numbered. Schottenheimer has been in the NFL for a long time, and while he has had some success as an offensive coordinator, his time with the Cowboys has been marked by inconsistency. The offense has not been nearly as explosive as many expected, and Schottenheimer hasn't been able to get the most out of the talent he has on hand. With Belichick coming in, there would certainly be a shift in philosophy. Belichick's emphasis on discipline, attention to detail, and an ability to adjust on the fly would be a complete overhaul of Schottenheimer's approach. While Schottenheimer is a competent coach, it's hard to deny that his time in Dallas may come to an end if Belichick takes over. The timing of this rumor is also fascinating. The Cowboys are at a crossroads in terms of their future. With a talented roster and an owner who's hungry for a championship, they can't afford to waste any more seasons of potential. Belichick's name has come up more frequently in recent weeks, and it seems like the Cowboys are doing everything they can to bring him on board. For Belichick, this would be an opportunity to write a new chapter in his already storied career, while for the Cowboys, it's a chance to get the kind of leadership and coaching that could finally propel them to the Super Bowl. The fan reaction to this news has been absolutely wild. Cowboys fans are divided, with some absolutely thrilled at the idea of Bill Belichick coming to town, while others are a little more skeptical. But one thing's for sure, this news has definitely captured the attention of the entire NFL. Could Belichick really leave the Patriots for the Cowboys? And if he does, what will that mean for the future of the franchise? It's a question that's got everyone talking, and the excitement is palpable. Fans have been waiting for years for the Cowboys to return to their former glory, and now, they see a possible path to that goal with one of the greatest coaches of all time leading the way. So, Cowboys Nation, what do you think? Is Bill Belichick the answer to the Cowboys' coaching dilemma? Would he be the right fit to lead this team to the Super Bowl? Or is this just another rumor that's too good to be true? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I'm really curious to see how the Cowboys fanbase feels about this potential change. Make sure to like this video, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you can stay up to date with all the latest Cowboys news. This is going to be an exciting few weeks as we wait to see how this all plays out, and I'll be here to bring you every update as it happens. Until next time, Cowboys Nation, stay strong, and let's hope this wild ride leads us to a Super Bowl soon.